Welcome back, scientists. I'm Mr. Steier, and this is Mr. Steier's Classroom. Today, we are going to be answering the question, can you explain that plants get the materials they need for growth mainly from air and water? So the question of the day, scientists, is where do you think plants get the materials they need for growth? So we're not talking about where do the plants get their energy from, because we know that plants get their energy from the sun, which they create their own energy through the process of photosynthesis. But today, what our topic is where do plants get the materials they need for growth? So we're going to start off and we're going to look at this picture of this bamboo plant here. And what we're really looking at is we see this bamboo in this vase. And at the bottom of this vase, you can see the roots down in there. But if you look carefully at the bamboo that is growing in this vase, what is one thing that you know is missing? Well, you're right. You notice there that there is no soil. There's no dirt, there's no soil in the bottom of that vase, and yet that bamboo is still growing. And as many of you know, that if you go to a store and you buy some fresh flowers, that you're gonna bring it home and you put the flowers in water. Now, are these cut flowers going to grow? No, they're not. But it is interesting that we bring these flowers home and we don't put them in soil. We don't stick them in dirt. We actually stick them in water. And usually those flowers come with that little packet, and that little packet actually has nutrients in it. So it's the things that the plant needs to stay healthy and to stay alive. Are the flowers going to grow? No. But in this particular situation with this bamboo, is this bamboo going to grow? Yes, it is. In fact, wild bamboo can grow more than 60 centimeters, which is 2 feet in a single day. It can grow 2 feet in a single day. Looking at this bamboo, we are asking ourselves, where is this bamboo getting its materials for growth? We might say that it's coming from the carbon dioxide in the air. You might say that it's coming from the process of photosynthesis. But what we're really focused on here is those materials for growth. Those are going to be the nutrients that the plant needs in order to grow. You recall from our last session together that you know that in photosynthesis, you know that that is where plants get the energy that they need from sunlight to make food. Photosynthesis is how plants use the energy from the sun to make food. Photosynthesis provides the plants with the energy. It also provides plants with most of the materials they need to grow larger. Our next question we have to ask ourselves is, what materials do plants use to make food? Well, plants are going to use carbon dioxide and water in order to make food. Well, where does the carbon dioxide come from? Well, plants take in carbon dioxide from the air, and carbon dioxide is the gas that we breathe out. And where do the plants get the water they use in photosynthesis? Their roots, just like the roots in this bamboo plant, their roots are taking in water from the soil or from other places. So because we can see the root structure in this bamboo right here, we know that that is where this bamboo is taking in its nutrients. Then we ask ourselves, where do the materials in the body of a plant come from? Well, the materials in the body of the plant, they come from the air and the water. So that is where we have the inside of the plant, which is drawing up those nutrients, and then it's connecting with the air around it, that carbon dioxide, which is the air that we breathe out, in order to make those nutrients. In addition to air and water, plants need mineral nutrients. And those mineral nutrients can include nitrogen, calcium, and magnesium. And plants use those nutrients to make important substances such as proteins and DNA. Now, I know the question is, why is this bamboo not planted in soil? And here's the answer. Because the plant needs mineral nutrients, it does not need soil. It needs nutrients. And mineral nutrients are dissolved in water. So as the plant takes in water through its roots, it's also taking in nutrients. When gardeners and farmers add fertilizer to soil or water, they are adding mineral nutrients to the soil and water, and that is what the plant is taking in order for it to be able to continue to grow. So today, our big question was, can we explain that plants get the materials they need for growth mainly from air and water? So now you should be able to say how plants are getting the materials they need for growth and where they are mainly coming from. You're going to continue on here, and this lesson is going to be the start of some more things to come, especially when we start thinking about how can we grow other substances, how can we grow other plants without using soil. Because if plants can get their nutrients from the air and the water, and we can add mineral nutrients to the water, is there other ways that plants can be grown? So that is your question to leave you thinking for our next sessions coming up. And remember, today you're thinking like a scientist and you're figuring out what are the materials for plant growth, and you are able to explain that they chiefly come from air and water. Thanks for being with me today. Remember, this is Mr. Steier. This is Mr. Steier's Classroom, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.